Alright, can I ask you guys a question? Why is it a bad idea to eat a clock? Because it's time consuming and you always want seconds. Alright, judging from my cheesy, jokey intro, I'm sure you guys can all guess that my speech will be about laughter, specifically about the powers of laughter. Now, before we get into this, I think I should talk a little about myself. Now, when I was little, I was a real curious little goober, alright? At the time I was into this whole astronomy phase, and just like every scholarly 7-year-old out there, I'd be asking them big questions like, oh my god, what are stars? Where are all the aliens? And, now I know that a star is a big ball of erupting gas and aliens may or may not exist. However, although my passion for astronomy died, kind of like Google Glass, my curiosity remained, unlike Google Glass. And to this day, I still nurture it. And until I got here to this day, it grew and grew, and it made me ask more of these thought-provoking questions. But I noticed the trend where I was always thinking about laughter. For example, why are all my friends with braces self-conscious about showing their teeth? Why are people concerned about the way their laughter sounds? And so, these questions and my curiosity gripped me and it wouldn't let go. So I went on a quest to search for answers, and through a string of fate, here I am at this TEDx event today so that I may share with you all the discoveries I made. Now, laughter is an ancient thing. It comes from a faraway time, alright? It comes from a time so long ago that it predates written language. A time so long ago that it also predates vocal language. And so it's from this time when our humanish ancestors were only concerned about fending for themselves and not about, building gigantic concrete jungles. It was from this time that laughter developed out of a need for communication. Now, I'm not a historian. I can't tell you guys about all the, signs or whatever other methods people used to communicate, but I can tell you that laughter definitely came to be around this time, and there were a lot of speculations about exactly why this happened. Some say that it was a form of a courting call. Some believe that laughing originated as a show of dominance, or even just a signal to your other humans that you yourself are doing okay. And so, although we may never know the true origins of laughter, it's given us plenty of time for us people here today to try and dissect exactly what happens when we're laughing, and that's where we get to the good part. That's when we start discovering the powers of laughter. It's been, 200,000 years since then, a couple years, and, it's a long time really for us to really get into it. And coincidentally, 200,000 is also the number of texts my ex would send me every other day. But I'm joking. First and foremost, we can identify laughter as a social tool. We're more prone to laughing when people are around us. In fact, we're 30 times more likely to laugh when we are with just one person and more compared to just being by ourselves. And so, it's almost poetic that we are more inclined to laugh when we are with our fellow man, considering that's how it originated to begin with. However, it doesn't stop there, right? We're not just gathering together with other humans just so we can, make some hollow noise out of our throats. No. There's also something going on in our brains when we're laughing. According to the Indiana State University Sycamore Nursing Center, oh god, what a mouthful, they found that laughing increases our levels of dopamine and our human growth hormones. Now, these are very good things, right? They make you feel good. They provide cell reproduction. They support cell growth. And it's all these great things that's happening when we're laughing. You can't have too much of this stuff. It's great. And so that's one power of laughter. And now at this point, I may start to gather some doubters out there. Some people who believe that laughter can be used to make fun of others. Nah, that's wrong. Apparently, according to our boy Philip Glenn out west in Cambridge, he found that laughter is all-inclusive. When we're in a group laughing, our brains don't discriminate between, who's laughing first, who's laughing last, who laughed at who and started the whole thing. No. That doesn't matter. to us, at the end of the day, when we hear a group of people laughing, when we're in a group of people laughing, what matters is we are laughing. And I feel like that this is another great, almost superpower of laughter. It's the fact that it's all inclusive. It doesn't discriminate. No, when it comes to laughing, there's no differences between race, sex, gender, social status. That's something we can't even say for most humans, but it applies to laughter, and that's special. Now, these are all positive emotions, right? It's all great, but that's only half of all human emotions. What about all the negative emotions out there? The other half. So, what's so cool about laughter if it's only applicable half the time? Nah, laughter's also got you there. Laughter is also applicable when things are tough, alright? It acts as a stress reliever, it acts as a coping mechanism. Because you see, when we're doing that convulsing, writhing, bursting movement known as laughter, it's also releasing tension that's been built up. When we release our laughter, it also not only increases the good hormones in our body, it decreases harmful stress hormones such as cortisol or epinephrine. And so this is great, especially for people who are going through some really dramatic negative emotions. It's been found, according to researchers such as that of Keltner and Bonanno, that when we're laughing, especially if you're depressed or if you're a pregnant woman going through mood swings, these negative emotions are dispelled faster and it helps you get a hold of yourself quicker. And so that's another power of laughter. It helps us when we're feeling down and sad. And at the end of the day, isn't that all we want? To be happy? And so I shared with you all the powers of laughter today. And so when I laugh, I hope you all laugh with me. Thank you for having me today. Thank you for having me at this TEDx event.